Tinubu's re-election bid faces a tough test as Nigerians weigh economic pain and security. As campaigning begins for Nigeria's 2027 elections, President Bola Tinubu faces a difficult question. Do Nigerians believe their lives are getting better after more than a decade of APC rule? That question could become one of the biggest issues in the election. Tinubu's administration has introduced major economic reforms, including the removal of the fuel subsidy and changes to the Naira exchange rate. The government says these measures were necessary to correct long-standing problems and have helped improve economic stability, government revenue and investor confidence. But for many households, the reforms have come with a heavy cost. Food, transportation and other basic expenses have become harder to afford, while businesses and families continue to deal with high living costs. According to report, Nigeria's public debt had risen to about 159.35 trillion naira by March 2026, compared with 12.6 trillion naira at the end of 2015. GDP per capita has also fallen significantly over the same period. Security is another major concern. Although the government says military operations have reduced attacks and improved access to some areas, Nigerians continue to face problems including kidnapping, banditry and other forms of violence. This leaves Tinubu with a difficult political task. His government needs to convince voters that the economic pain caused by its reforms is leading to meaningful long-term improvements. Meanwhile, opposition candidates are likely to focus heavily on the cost of living, insecurity and the overall record of the APC since it came to power in 2015. The election may therefore become less about promises and more about results. For many Nigerians, the most important questions are simple. Can they afford food? Can businesses survive? Can farmers work safely? Can families live without fear of kidnapping and violence? As the campaign begins, those everyday realities could determine whether voters reward Tinubu's reform agenda or demand a change in direction. For the APC, the 2027 election is no longer simply a campaign for another term. It is a test of whether Nigerians believe the sacrifices of recent years have been worth it. A huge percentage of Nigeria's problems would be solved if the incoming president of Nigeria can restore law and order in the country, starting from 2027. If those in positions of authority in Nigeria know that when they steal from the treasury of Nigeria, they will have serious problems with the law of the country, then they will not steal, just like it is in China and other countries of the world. If any judge at the law court takes a bribe and gives a wrong judgment, he or she will have serious issues with the law of Nigeria, then judges will not steal, but do the right thing. The same treatment should also be applied to those who break the law of Nigeria, including police officers, who take bribes at every given time. Therefore, if the incoming president of Nigeria can follow such a system, then Nigeria's problems would be solved by a huge percentage, which is a fact. Again, the only presidential candidate who can bring this change is Mr. Peter Obi because his profile shows that he is the best among all the presidential candidates who are campaigning to lead Nigeria, which is the truth. Hence, we are appealing to Nigerian voters to elect Mr. Peter Obi to be the president of Nigeria come 2027. Mr. Peter Obi is not a thief, and if he is given the opportunity to lead the country, he will definitely direct the affairs of Nigeria nicely. Governor Ademola Adeleke of Osun State in Nigeria has been re-elected to office. Congratulations! The just concluded governorship election of Osun State in Nigeria saw the incumbent governor, Governor Ademola Adeleke, re-elected to office, which is nice. Nigerians, both at home and abroad, saw the effort of Mr. David Adeleke, the musician who supported his uncle, Governor Ademola Adeleke, to make sure that success was achieved, which is great. So now that Governor Ademola Adeleke has been re-elected to office, Nigerians are calling on him to listen to the people of Osun State and properly address their worries. Again, Nigerians are appealing to Governor Ademola Adeleke to use the next 4 years to fix those areas which the people of Osun State are complaining about. Nigerians are being slaughtered in northern Nigeria while APC focuses on 2027. Nigerians are being slaughtered in the northern part of Nigeria by terrorist groups on a daily basis. And what is in the mind of APC President Bola Tinubu is how his political party is going to be re-elected to office in 2027. The number one priority of every government is the protection of the lives of its citizens. But in Nigeria, the leading political party does not see it that way. Their silence shows that it is a normal thing. Again, the APC President Bola Tinubu's government is busy planning on how they are going to rig their way back to Aso Villa, instead of finding a solution on how to end the killings of innocent Nigerians across the country. Now, the whole world is aware of the killings going on in Nigeria, which are being committed by terrorists and bandits from the northern part of Nigeria. These atrocities have already dented the image of the government of Nigeria. So, the only option now is to have APC President Bola Tinubu voted out of office come 2027 because they have failed completely in every aspect of leadership. No matter how they are going to do their campaign by bribing some Nigerians to vote for them in the 2027 election, they will not win. The evidence is everywhere to show that APC President Bola Tinubu's led government has failed the people of Nigeria and should not be given another chance come 2027.